Hello creatives, welcome to the Brand Builders Room. On this channel, we document real design processes, share practical how-to tutorials, and take you behind the scenes of actual branding projects. If you're serious about building stronger brands, make sure you like this video and subscribe for more. In today's episode, we'll be vectorizing the logos from the sketches I posted earlier. I'll be creating 6 different logo variations from a single grid system. So let's get into it. So to start, you create your artboard. One of the things I take note of is to make sure my sketches are near perfect. Every angle is measured in centimeters, so it makes it easier for me to vectorize. What we need to start with is to build our square grid. I'll be doing that right now. So you come to your square shape, hold shift to create a perfect square. Then we can position it right in the middle. Now we won't be using the square directly, we want to create grid lines. So hold shift to create perfect lines, to create straight lines. So I'm using Alt to duplicate. Now the measuring system I used when sketching is by using 3 cm for each side of the square, which is what I'm doing right here. Let's make sure they are equal spacing in between all of them. Then you can go ahead to duplicate it. I like making use of numbers for my angle because they are much more accurate. Let's put that also at the middle. Now what we want to do is to delete the original square. That way we created a grid. So let's adjust these. So every logo we'll be vectorizing will be done using this grid setting. So we'll be starting with the first one. Now most times what you might want to do is to create a duplicate and rotate it, but I do not support that, because when you try to rotate it, the lines won't meet at equal points up and down. So what I do is basically simple. Let's delete that. Now you can come to your line angle right here. All you need to do is to put it on the line, make sure it intersects. Now to make sure everything works perfectly fine, when you come to your view right here, you want to make sure you are working on snap to glyph and snap to point, so it makes everything work perfectly fine. Now let's go back up here. So you drag from the first point to the second point where you want it to be. So that makes it accurately drawn. So for the first one, we are going to have equal proportions above and beneath. So we need one stroke to be at the perfect center. Now, since we'll be making use of the same grid, let's create a duplicate so we can come back to the first grid for the other logos. Now with everything all selected, come to your shape builder tool and draw. Alright, so let's get rid of everything else. Now that is the first one. So going to the second one, this one is going to be quite different. So we need another line at the middle right here. Now the same technique we used by drawing a line from up to down is the same thing we're going to be doing. right here. So you select your line right here. So now you are going to draw to the middle, and this one also to the exact middle. So you don't draw lines and then start to rotate. You drag from the first point you want to draw to the second point you want to draw to. So that makes it easier. So let's do the same thing. Duplicate the grid using Alt and drag. So with everything selected, our shape builder tool again. So Ctrl G to group both of them. And that's the second one. Now, moving to the third. This one is a little bit complex, but very well accurate. So what you want to do is to come back to your line tool. Now from this point, we're going to draw a straight line across to the other point and a second line. Okay, let's select that. From the same point, but to this place instead. Now, it's going to come out perfect because I already measured it. I'm following a 3-system measurement in my sketching. That's what I explained earlier by saying I used 3 centimeters for each line. So it makes sure every line I'm drawing is accurate. So now let's duplicate to the side and build the shape. Now before I select, you will notice that each of them is touching this line. Let's remove the strokes. So you can see that they are touching accurately. None of them is going past the other. That's the beauty of accurate measurements. So just Shift and tap to select that. Delete the grid and Ctrl G to group them. Right, so this one uses the same system as the first one that we did. All we need to do is just delete this one and create a duplicate again. It's more the same to the first one. We should have done it together. So let's build the shape. The fifth one is quite complex a bit in that it uses few strokes to form the logo. In my measurements, I make sure the strokes is equal to half of a unit. Now remember, we are working with 3 units, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So each stroke is equal to half its measurements. Now what you need to do is this. Since we are working in a perfect square and it's positioned in the middle, it makes it easier for us in the vectorization. And what I mean is this. Look at the rotation of this one before you delete it. It's at 315 degrees. So we can just delete it. Bring these 3 right here, create a duplicate, make sure they are all equal, then group them and set them to 315 degrees. So use your accurate positioning, and right there they meet, the middle one meets at the point up and down. So all we need to do is to just complete the other sides, which is as simple as making this half. So you can see the measurement to the right side there. It's correct. And making this halved also. If it doesn't work, just select all three. Come here and use the distribute objects. So to make sure they are equal spacing in between the strokes. So that's for the sides. This one is complete. And for this one also. So it's complete. Alright, remains this one to this side. Let's use the distribute object. Now we'll create a duplicate to vectorize this. It might feel a little rough, but just know it's all accurate. So let's go. So you make sure you are working within the space of 3. Right. And there we have it. Well drawn. So let's delete the points. Okay, they are grouped, so they won't budge. So let's just ungroup them. Shift Ctrl G to ungroup. And delete. And Ctrl G to group. Now to the last one, which is the one that came out to be the final representation for the brand project revenue, the one we're working on. So what we need to do first is to get rid of this and go back to our simple 3 units grid. Alright, so that's our grid. The same measurements, half of a unit is what we'll be using. So we group them and make sure they are in the perfect middle. This time we are working with the perfect middle. Same for this side. So you can just delete this. Same for this side. Let's distribute them equally. So Ctrl G to make sure they are in the perfect. Ctrl G to group, and then position it at the perfect middle. So create a duplicate and bring it up here. So we don't need this ones down here. Just to make sure the measurement above is accurate. But the next thing to do is to draw the diagonal lines. So each line will be going from one side to the other in between half of a unit. Same as this one and same as this one. So let's do that. Make sure it's at the intersect. Then you draw to the other intersect. And this one also. From one intersect to the other. From one intersect to the other. And then we can go ahead to build the shape. And that is the 6 logos using one simple grid system. So if you're just starting out, you can start with rough sketches, but as time goes on and with constant practice in your sketching, you can improve in your measurements. Measuring sketches makes it easier for me to measure my grids. So that makes sure I have accurate points, accurate angles, and accurate lines. So I hope you learn one or two today. In the nearest future, we'll be working on tutorials that explains how to sketch. So I'll see you on the next one.